Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Destiny video. Now in this video I am going to be concluding my Vault of Glass playthrough. This is part 4, so if you haven't seen parts 1 through 3 then make sure you go and check them out. Part 1 is all about getting inside the vault, part 2 is taking on the Templar, part 3 is Gorgon's Labyrinth and the disappearing platforms, and this part 4 is the final boss. Now, there are two phases to this. The first phase is kind of against spawning enemies, and you need to kind of complete this phase in order to get the final boss to spawn, and then the final phase is obviously the boss himself. Now again, with all of these, this is largely unedited, so it does have deaths in it and all things like that, and I'm going to leave you to watch it out so you can kind of just experience it as it is. But the few things you're going to want to sort of know so you kind of know what's going on. The first phase is all about these two portals. First up, there is a gatekeeper in the middle. Once you kill him, you can then open the portals. Pick one, left or right, it doesn't matter, and then go through that one first. Don't try and do them both at the same time, it's going to be suicide. So you go through one portal and go as a pair, go with 2 people inside the portal and 4 people outside. They can then defend. When you are inside the portal, one of which will be me, so you'll see that in this video, you then have to go and destroy the gatekeeper inside, and he will then drop a relic, just like the one you used when you fought the Templar. You then want to watch out as well, because when you're in the portal, you get marked with this sort of veil of darkness, and your screen starts to go black, so the person holding the relic has to then use left bumper to then cleanse people, so then they can start seeing again. You then make a run back to the portal so you can go back to the rest of your team, and you then go and open the second portal. You go back in and do the same thing. Now, the best thing to do when you go in the second portal is still take the relic holder, because when you go inside it will start to get dark again, and then you take your second person, you both run in, destroy the gatekeeper, take his relic, and now you've both got 2 relics. You then come outside, and you go back in, defeat the last wave of enemies. They did say you're supposed to fire your super at this kind of central column, but we didn't seem to have to, or it didn't seem to kind of do anything, but either way, defend the last wave of enemies, and then it will end. At that point, you've then completed this wave and you've hit the checkpoint. Then Atheon times Conflux, the final boss, will spawn. At this point, things get a little bit crazy. At this point, you then need to divide your team into 2 teams of 3, because what will happen is the team that are furthest away from Atheon will get teleported into a random portal. It'll be the ones you were in before, so you need to know whether it's left or right, be that desert or jungle. And then when you're in there, one person will pick up the relic, while the other 2 people have to take down the oracles and all the kind of mobs in there. They then need to make their way back outside the portal and come back in. When you come back in, you will then have a buff, which will mean you do increased damage, and you also have infinite supers and grenades. So at this point, you then need to do as much damage as you can to Atheon as possible. Throw your grenades, keep spamming grenades. They seem to be the best thing to do damage to him, as opposed to, say, weapons. And obviously the person holding the relic then needs to use the super, so that's me again. And then after that, you then repeat this cycle, and he will randomly teleport you to different locations. The people on the outside will then have to defend from these sort of like explosive flying harpies that will be coming in, and waves of enemies and different things like that. So they are kind of responsible for keeping the portals open, while the people on the inside are responsible for kind of getting the buff, destroying the oracles and all that good stuff like that. So that is the general mechanic for the boss fight. You then need to rinse and repeat this until he is dead. It does get really, really crazy, and you do really need to work together and sort of like work out the best technique. I will obviously be putting up a video to kind of show you how to do this, and the best techniques and best practices and whatnot, but for the most part I'm just going to let you watch the rest of this out and enjoy the fight. I'll also right at the end put in a clip from Turkey Paste, which will actually show you what it's like on the outside of the portal, because I am the relic runner, so I'm always being teleported in, so you won't necessarily get footage of what happens on the outside. So that way you kind of get to see both. Also, the annoying thing about this one is that when we defeated the boss, he was actually on the lowest slither of health, and he teleported us just as we killed him. So then myself, Shaman Soft, and Juvie88 were stuck inside the portal, and then we wiped. So at that point, I'll switch over to Turkey Paste clip, so you can actually see the boss getting destroyed, and you can kind of see the end of it as well. So hopefully you enjoy the rest of this, and if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, hit the like button, and show your support. It does really help me out, and obviously don't forget to subscribe for daily gaming videos and much more Destiny content. Drop a comment down below and let me know if you have also completed the Vault of Glass. Really good to kind of see who's done it. And other than that, enjoy the rest of this, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.